This is the video for geometry. We are talking about similarity. We started talking about it yesterday. The things that we said yesterday, if you remember, is that similar figures have congruent angles and proportional sides. So with that, it means a couple things. First, it means that they have a scale factor. That means some multiplier to get from one figure to the next. And with proportional, you can create proportions. Do you guys remember doing this like proportions thing from last year? If you don't, it's okay. I have examples right here, and we're going to just see what it looks like in Delta Math. So this is basically all you need for the whole lesson, and everything else is examples from Delta Math. So here is one question from Delta Math. It says quadrilateral EFGH is dilated by a scale factor of 3/4 to form a new one. What will be the measure of side HE? So we want HE here. Okay, so now I'm going to try to draw on it. Okay, is it going to go? There we go. So HE is what we're trying to do. So right now I can see that HE is 20. So I'm going to do 3/4 times by 20. I would prefer using the scientific calculator that's in here so I don't have to switch back and forth between screens. So that's what I would recommend doing. In fact, let's do it. We're on that. Wrong one. Just kidding. Right here. We're right here. Boom. Okay, so this is dilated by, okay, so here I'm going to type on the scientific calculator, and we're going to do 3/4, because that was our scale factor, and we multiply it by the side that we have that it's wanting is 15. So you guys see that? I multiplied it, got 15. So we put in here 15 and submit answer, and I sure do want to submit that. Okay, so coming back in here, oh, wrong one. I got it all mixed up. Okay, is 15. Notes. Okay, so that's the first section that you'll do is similar figures. You're going to look at the scale factor that they give you, read what side they give you, and then you're just going to multiply using the scientific calculator. Pretty straightforward. The next type is you are either trying to find out what the scale factor is, which you can do, or you can do proportions. I'm going to do both ways because that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we want to know what the measure of OP is. And we're given information about the same figure, or the same part in this one. So here are the two different ways of doing it. Way number one is I can see, to get from 66 to 22, I divided by 3. So what I can do is take this number and also divide by 3, and I'll get the answer to that one. So I would type in 93.3 divided by 3, and actually it would end up looking like a fraction, and we would get 31.1. Or the proportions way, which goes like this. So you see I have these two numbers, so I'd make a fraction. So 93.3 over 66, oops, wrong thing, equals the side that we don't know, so we can even use OP divided by the one we do know. And then this is where we can do Maui's hook. Do you guys remember Maui's hook? So you multiply the diagonals, divide it by the other one. So you could also do 22 multiplied by 93.3 divided by 66. And you would still get 31.1. So you can do it either way that makes sense to you, because I made like two fractions that equaled each other, right? This fraction, I don't know if you can see those numbers, this fraction over that fraction. So either way works for those. And again, if those still don't make sense, there's the videos or the examples that you can watch in Delta Math. And I'm going to do that one because I like to do it. So we decided it was the next problem. Here we go. So we decided it was 31.1. Yay! We did it. Okay, next one, similar figures. And you can do it the same way. A good hint that it might be different, and see how it says the nearest tenth if necessary. These are some that you probably won't be able to do. Oh, let's see, like these ones say direct scale. So there should be some number that would multiply to get the other one. But that's where I would just do the proportions, especially like I can't tell what you would multiply 6 by to get to 31.5. So I would still do the proportional way. Okay. All right, let's do this one. So I have this one in my notes. Okay, so this is, I'm going to do the proportional way. So I'm going to use this as one fraction, and then I'm trying to find OP, right? We want to find this one as the other fraction. So we'd have 5 is to 9 as 19 is to the side we don't know. So the proportions that we would solve is we would multiply the diagonals, divide by the other one. So what we'd want is 19 multiplied by 9 divided by 5. And this is how it ended up looking like when you type it into the calculator. So I'm going to come back into the actual problem. So I can use the calculator that's in here, scientific calculator. And I'm going to do 19 multiplied by 9 divided by 5. And I get 34.2. 34.2. Yes. Woohoo! Okay, so it's that same setup on every one of them. Let me do this one also since I'm here. The fraction that I would make, I would do 8 over 6. Oh, can you see that? No. Okay, 8 over 6 equals the number that we don't know over 31.5. So what we would multiply would be 8 and the 31.5, and then divide it by 6, and I got 42. Yeah, so that proportional way will always work. And once again, oh, look at how nice that is. Do you guys see that cute animation? Oh, okay, let me go back and just in case you missed it. Oh, it repeats. There we go. See, like it moves it up, it grew it, and then it reflected it. So, yeah, it's doing the same thing, but you're going to have the same type of proportions. So this one's going to be 7 over 13 equals 24 over mn. So it's the same side that we have. So the ones that we multiply are the would be the 24 and the 13. So 24, I'll show this in the other thing, times by 13 divided by 7. And we're supposed to round to the 10th if necessary. So 44.6. Submit answer, yes. Okay, coming back to show what I mean. Draw more stuff on it. Okay, so here's this one. This is the fancy animation one. So it would slide up and rotate over. So the fraction, so this is the fraction, and then this would be the other fraction. So we have 7 over 13 equals 24 over the side we don't know. So to solve for the ones that we don't know, we multiply the diagonals, divide by the other one. So that's why we did 24 multiplied by 13 divided by 7. And then we got whatever answer we got. Which I think that's the end of it, right? Okay, so, and as always, if you don't understand what I said, watch the video, watch the examples. No need to do any AI, because we have all the tools that we need to actually understand it, right? All right, good luck on the assignment, and yeah.